Burundi's president has registered to run for a third term, defying protesters who have taken to the streets over his bid to stay in office. Deadly protests have hit the nation since last month as President Pierre Nkurunziza seeks to extend his 10-year rule. The president has a two-term limit as part of an agreement that helped end Burundi's ethnic civil war. Critics say his planned run violates the constitution. East African leaders will hold an emergency meeting to discuss the crisis in Tanzania on May 13th.
More than 18 people have been killed in Burundi since the start of clashes between police and protesters over President Pierre Nkurunziza's bid for a third term in power, which opposition parties say is unconstitutional.
For 2 weeks, violence has been escalating in the Burundian capital of Bujumbura after incumbent President Pierre Nkurunziza announced he would run in upcoming presidential elections for a third term. The government has been under pressure to negotiate with its opponents, as reports continue to stream in of police firing live rounds at protesters. Opposition candidate Audifax Ndabitore said he was arrested amidst the ongoing crackdown.
They fired grenades into the middle of the protesters. Yesterday they kidnapped my wife. She was nearly killed. Yesterday they shot a child in the back. What is this? What kind of police?
Critics say the president's candidacy violates the constitution and a peace deal that ended the civil war in 2006. And on Tuesday, the Constitutional Court gave its green light to the rebel-turned-president in a ruling that his first presidential term didn't count, as he was elected by Parliament rather than the people. This only fueled more anger on the streets.
We're going to carry on until the end, until he says, "I won't run, I stand corrected."
Since the beginning of the unrest, the government has shut down several media outlets, as well as university accommodation facilities, ostensibly for security reasons, forcing thousands of students to leave the campus. Scores of students have been camping outside the American embassy. Despite the critical state of the capital, Burundi's ombudsman is hoping for calm.
Since 2013, I've had meetings with students when they had problems at the university. We tried to resolve this issue peacefully. We hope to resolve the current issue peacefully, just as we've done on other issues.
Tens of thousands have fled Burundi in recent weeks. The government insists that elections should still go ahead as planned, despite international pressure to postpone the June 26th poll. East African leaders will hold an emergency meeting to discuss the crisis in Tanzania on May 13th.